It is an honor to be here in this historic place. But I have to admit, I was a little bit disappointed when I found out wingding doesn't have anything to do with airplanes. You know, I thought I'd finally be able to give my transonic aerodynamic speech. You want that one? You know, I don't think that's everybody's, good time for a party kind of thing. But my wife Gabby and I have always enjoyed visiting the state of Iowa. She sends her best. And you probably don't know this, but her brother was a cyclone. And I can't imagine you know this part. He held the record for the longest field goal at Iowa State from 1979 to just last year. 45 years. So we have a connection to the state. But for the Hawkeyes out here, don't hold that against me. A few months ago, Gabby was in Cedar Falls. She was there for the Hearst Lecture Series. And she spoke about never, ever giving up and never backing down. Even when the odds are the longest. And she often says, these are challenging times, but together we are up for the challenge. Now, I don't know about you, but I've needed that reminder lately more than ever. Because the challenges, well, they just keep coming. Rising costs and people struggling to get by. The growing chaos that Trump has created in the Middle East. A war that has already resulted in the death of 6 U.S. service members, including 20-year-old Declan Cody, a soldier from West Des Moines. Across the board, this administration is failing in its most fundamental responsibility. And that is that leaders should improve people's lives. And that's what this November is going to be all about. Let me tell you a quick story. So last year, I took my daughter, Claudia, to see the house where we lived when she was born. I was 30 years old at the time, and we lived there until she was like 1. Now she's 30 and has a kid of her own. This was a 4-bedroom house at the end of a cul-de-sac in a good neighborhood. It was out the back gate of the Naval Air Station where I was based as a test pilot. And when I bought this house, I was a 28-year-old Navy lieutenant. I didn't have much money, but that didn't mean a good life was out of reach. And for me, this visit brought back some really great memories. Wasn't the case for my daughter. When we got back in the car, she was frustrated. And the first thing she said to me, she said, "Dad, I don't understand. I mean, you were able to buy that house in that neighborhood, and you were my age, and you were in the Navy? Like, what happened?" And, my daughter and her friends and her husband, they're doing everything right. I mean, they're working hard, they have good jobs, they're saving what they can, and they're playing by the rules. But all of that doesn't get you nearly as far these days. I mean, when I was her age, when most of us were that age, it worked. I'm the son of 2 cops. I went to public schools. I became a Navy pilot, and then a NASA astronaut, and now a U.S. Senator. I was lucky enough to work hard when hard work still paid off. But people like my daughter and her friends, just like young people all across the country, like people in Arizona and Iowa, they're worried. The cost of living is way too high. Health insurance, groceries, rent, everything just keeps going up. Forget about a 4-bedroom house in a good neighborhood and the anxiety of what is changing around them. That's also way too high. A lot of people, they wake up worried, wondering as they drive to work, is this the day that my job is going to be replaced by AI? And when you get home, you got to figure out, okay, which bills am I going to pay this month? Which bills am I going to pay next month? And which bills don't ever get paid at all? And here's the thing. It's not that hard work stopped mattering. It's just that your hard work, it now makes somebody else rich. You're still generating wealth. It just gets deposited into somebody else's bank account. And the only thing that's going up faster than the price of a gallon of gas in our country is the number of billionaires. And right now, by the way, right now, our country is the richest it has ever been. Let me ask you something. Does it feel that way to all of you? No. So make no mistake, as I told my kid, the system is still working. It's just not working for you. It's working for the same people who are writing the rules. The rich, the powerful, the predators in the Epstein files, and the people that kiss Donald Trump's ass. And every time these guys take money out of our public schools, they're saying your kid's future is a bad investment. We've seen that in Arizona, and you're now seeing it here in Iowa. And every time they make medical care more expensive, what they're saying is that corporate profits matter more than your family's health. And every time another billionaire bribes Donald Trump with $1 million membership fee to Mar-a-Lago, or a check to one of his crypto scams, or some cash to build a ballroom, here is what they're saying. I know how the system works, and it works for me. But the country that I risked my life for is supposed to work for all of us. Now, I know what happens when you speak truth to this administration. You guys saw this? I mean, a while back, I made this statement that everybody, including Pete Hegseth, should agree with. That our troops should not follow illegal orders. It's pretty basic, and it's common sense. In response, Donald Trump called for me to be hanged, executed, prosecuted. He couldn't even get the order right. And then the guy tried to indict me and put me in jail for something I said. But really, all this bullshit, it is not about me. It is about silencing people who are willing to speak up, to stand up for what's right. Do we have any retired service members in here tonight? We got several. Donald Trump is trying to shut you up. That's who the message is to. 2 million retired service members. It's the same reason why they're trying to make it harder for people to vote here in Iowa. They want to intimidate their way to victory. But it didn't work on me, and I know it's not gonna work on you either. And why is that? Well, it's because all of you are here tonight. Because you're ready to fight back and organize and win. Are you guys with me? Are we going to win this November? Because the next election is not going to be about Donald Trump. It's going to be about you. And I trust you to make the most important decisions in your lives. You know better than anyone what it is like to worry about your kids and their future, your family's health and budget, your family's freedom and safety. Those choices should be made in your homes, in your schools, in your doctor's offices, and in your communities, not on a golf course in Palm Beach or a ballroom at the White House. And when we flip Congress, when Josh Turek wins his Senate seat, and the state of Iowa delivers us 3 House seats, maybe 4, together we'll be able to lower costs. We can show that your health is more important than Donald Trump's rich friend's tax cut. And we can decide that building homes is about families, not hedge funds. We can make corporations pay their fair share and let families keep more of their own money so they can pay for childcare and groceries and just maybe go on an occasional vacation. Is that too much to ask for? And by the way, we'll be able to fight this corruption, including banning members of Congress from trading stocks. And if you want to talk about corruption for a second, how about that unimaginable corruption that we can now investigate because of Donald Trump and his family, and how he's trying to enrich himself and his family and his friends? We can demand a say in how AI and a shifting economy is going to change what work looks like. And at the end of the day, it means that our kids can dream about their future and know that their hard work will actually pay off just like it did for us. Iowa, are you ready to fight for that? Because this is the choice that is in front of us. Leaders who work for themselves or leaders who work for you. Do you want Zach Land, who flies, this guy flies home to his multi-million-dollar mansion in Kansas every night? Do you want him to decide what happens here in Iowa? Or do you want Rob Sand to be your next governor? A man who was born and raised here, right here, who built his career fighting corruption and crime. Do you want your next senator to be Ashley Hinston, who somehow managed to get 10 times richer while serving in the United States Congress? Or do you want Josh Turek? I know I do. Who spent his time in the Iowa House trying to get dark money out of campaigns so Iowans can hold their leaders accountable. Do you want Joe Mitchell, whose number one priority seems to be partying at Mar-a-Lago? You want him to be your voice in the House? Or do you want Lindsey James? Lindsey, who got her start in politics calling out unethical health care in corporations and calling out lobbyists. Do you want Dave Dawson in Congress? Or do you want that other guy, Chris McSomething or other? I don't even know his name. Folks, this isn't rocket science, and I should know. You know, also knows Republicans. You know, they understand how important these races are. And they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars right here, right now. They're flooding the state with everything they have. And they're going to fight for the system that is working for them. And that's why we have to fight too. That's why we can't give up and we can't back down. So Iowa, keep showing up, just like you did tonight. Keep speaking up. Speak up for your family, your community, and the future that all of you deserve. And please, keep putting in the work. Remember, we only have 82 days to go. And if we work harder than the other side, we absolutely can win. And always remember this. Like we say in the United States Navy, don't give up the ship. Thank you very much, everybody.